the MG Show. The show is about to start. Buckle up, 'cause here we go!
What you know you can't explain. But you feel it. You felt it your entire life. That there's something wrong. You don't know what it is, but it's there. Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. Experience the awakening. Brilliant anonymous researchers. Patriots, join us in the Patriot Army. Trust the plan, pain coming. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. RedStateTalkRadio.com, Brighteon.tv, Rumble.com/MG Show. The end won't be for everyone. That choice to know will be yours. Where we go one, we go all. Fight, 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 and fight we will. We fight every day right here on the MG Show.
Hey, hey, hey. Oh, it is public too. Wow, guys. Is it public? Wow. Are we live on Facebook? Are we live on Facebook, guys? Can you guys see us? Check us over there. Welcome to the show. It is Monday, where we had a myriad of Q proofs this weekend. Holy moly. And boy, we must be over the target as well. There's a lot going on. You know, those that mock you, those that attack you, those that call you, do they represent you, or do they represent something, you know, further, like a mental enslavement? I tell you, Shady Groove, it's been really crazy these past couple days. We take 2 days off, Shady Groove, and all poop hits the fan.
Just a little couple 2 days. We're trying to gather our thoughts, pay attention to what's going on. We think, oh, you got it all figured out. But no. Then here comes the cascade of insanity. Okay, you want to talk about some psychos? Well, we have some psychos that are for whatever reason they feel like it's actually very imperative that they pay extra attention to us here, Jeff. And only thing we're doing is trying to kick their silly psyops. I mean, all I want to do is mock a psyop. That's literally what I feel like I was born to do.
Mock a psyop here, psyop there, psyop everywhere, yes, psyop, because we slay them psyops every day right here on the MG Show. All right, so guys, they see us we are live. Quanta, thank you so much. Natalie's out there, Marie's out there, Kevin's out there. They see us on live. Thank you very much. Go to Facebook and get that reposted, please, guys. Thank you. Yay, we are live. Are we live? We're live on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm going to check. I'm still not seeing this event, so I'm waiting.
Everybody else does, but you. It's your show.
You know, whatever it is.
Isn't that weird?
I'm on the West Coast. It's got to go through the information tunnel, man.
And then Steve Cray says, "Don't do Facebook because we shouldn't share information anywhere, right, Steve?
We're going to share on information on Facebook.
We want to do Facebook, Steve. We got to do it.
People won't come over here.
I forgot. Didn't Q say do not leave the battlefield?
I don't know what Q was saying, man. We have to go back and check the memo.
I'm still sad you didn't call out my birthday. Oh my God! Happy belated birthday, Nadine. I did not realize it was your birthday.
Happy birthday!
Yeah, they keep rolling. The psyops keep rolling. They do, and they will, and they are. And now we're from Kansas City, and apparently we're gay now, Shady, again.
Well, you know, it's a bit of a theme. Whenever people lose the argument, well, you know, Jeff, I think I'm noticing something. I'm noticing that's their word for target.
Yeah. Target equals.
Yeah, whenever we're over the target, they call us that name. And Brian Cates, you know who you are, all the people out there that
Pepe
think,
Deluxe.
yeah, Pepe D, all of you guys out there that think that we are somehow in a General Flynn movement. This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a General Flynn movement. General Flynn is like a speck of sand on a very large beach. He is a nothing burger. The only real reason that we even know his name is because Q mentioning his name. And also the only reason that we know his name is because of what we have learned about his connection to all of the networks that use blackmail, just like Jeffrey Epstein did, and in on the whole thing that's going on in Iran right now, pretending like Iran's this big boogeyman that we read to you all the Iran posts on Friday. By the way, thank you so much for everybody that signed up for Rumble Premium. That was amazing, Jeff, what we read in the second hour on Friday. Just going back to the post that said Iran and reading them to you, you don't need a special decoder ring.
Yeah.
You just need some meat between your ears.
That's right. We got this. There's a lot of people banned off Facebook. Kevin says, I'm banned off Facebook. I'm not allowed to use my IP, my phone number, my email. That's why I went to True Social, then came back to X. Welcome back to X. When I got kicked off of Facebook permanently before I got kicked off of X. And then for whatever reason, on my birthday, right after we got kicked off of X in January, my Facebook just magically reappeared. And I'm like, can you guys see this? Is this on? It's on. So I have my Facebook back and I'm going to use it, damn it.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, it's just interesting. The censorship is what the story is. It has nothing to do with the platform.
Yeah.
What it has to do with is the censorship. Why are we being censored?
Mm-hmm.
Why? What is it that we're saying that Facebook can't handle? Why is it that we are producing a show that Facebook won't distribute amongst their people?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
And my internet's unstable right now, so be careful. That's probably why it's not working.
All right, so let's go over this real quick because we got No King's Day. It was crazy, right? But on June 14th, on the day of the birthday, I noticed that President Donald J. Trump posted a post with a misspelling, and then he corrected that misspelling 35 minutes later.
Exactly 35, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then he posted that at 9:48, and then 9:48 it even says "Bring the rain," Shady Groove. Okay, so let's go over this real quick.
I'd like to preempt this just a second if I can. I want you to pay attention to the difference between what it is that we see that's interesting about the drops compared to what you see that other people see that's interesting about the drops. I'm watching all these people that were not here for Q at all see and put out this information that has absolutely nothing to do with the message. Trump and Q explained the timestamp thing pretty specifically, and it was pretty specific about times of posts and distances between corrected posts and distances between post amount of time that had passed. Those are the relevant things. All of this other stuff out there is relevant. Just because you hear a word doesn't mean it's a Q proof.
Yeah. Yeah, and they just use little taglines and whatnot.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's annoying, and I wanted to preempt it by saying this is good information.
Yeah, and well, thank you. And so, Alex, Authority, thank you very much. I shared this with them, and we're like, holy moly, this is a huge Q proof. Wow, guys, let's get to it. So Alex and I spent some time and did this, and this is what we came up with. Okay, so. This is the first post right here. It's his birthday as well. As we know, it's the Army birthday and Flag Day. People keep always forgetting Flag Day. But this is a big day for America. DJT at 9:48 a.m. Bring the rain is 9:48. Okay. And then he posted this right here. This one right here at 9:52. Okay. Our great military PARADE is on. Rain or shine, remember a rainy day. Parade with a PERADE brings good luck, and I'll see you all in DC. So we've got a Bring the Rain post right here, okay, from 9:48, and then at 9:52 he posts this, and then corrected it 35 minutes later from 9:52 to 10:28, okay? And this was before the false flag shooting in Minnesota, okay? We're going to call it what it is, all right?
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that, yes. So you understand, this is before that happened yet, and we didn't know about that at this point.
So exactly right. So the time between the drops, right, is 35 minutes. Flag Day today, false flag and protest. So the false flag is the false flag, and they're using a false flag for the protest. They're not using the American flag, rather, correct? So Trump is mentioning a rainy day parade brings good luck. Q drop 948 references bring the rain, enjoy the show. Okay, so this is Q435. POTUS will be well insulated and protected on Air Force Ones abroad. Okay, that's not applicable on this post as well. It's time to take back our country and make America great again. Let us salute and pray for the brave men and women in uniform who will undertake this assignment to bring forth peace, unity, and return power to the people. Flag Day and Army 250, okay? It is our hope that this message reaches enough people to make a meaningful impact. We cannot yet telegraph this message through normal methods of reasons I'm sure everyone here can understand. Follow the questions from the previous threads and remain calm. The primary targets are within D.C. and remain at the top on both sides. The spillover in the streets will be quickly shut down. Were the riots at the aftermath of the peaceful protests that became partially violent, were they shut down quickly, Shady?
Yes, that was what I would consider extremely quickly.
Look for more false flags. Stay alert, be vigilant, and above all, please pray. Did we not have a shooting later on in the afternoon?
We did.
For God so loved the world that he gave us gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but shall have eternal life. Love is patient, love is kind. God bless my fellow Americans. 41020 DJT equals birthday. Pretty interesting post here, guys. So that's the take on that. But you know what else is interesting to note, Shady Grove? And I didn't find it until afterwards. I'm like, holy moly. I was looking at the timestamps and I'm like, wait a minute, because this is interesting to note. Our great military parade, the corrected one, okay, is on. Rain or shine. Remember, a rainy day parade brings good luck. I'll see you all in D.C. at 10:28 a.m. Shady, when was the Q operation started?
That would be 10/28/2017.
Wow. So interesting to note that President Trump, aka Q Plus, posted at 10:28 a.m. The date that the Q operation started is 10/28/2017.
And that would basically be the closing the gap of that and showing 10/28 as a marker timestamp.
And here are all the E's, right? Because he went from A to E. This is the one right here that went A to E. Viva versus Vive. So Viva la Resistance. So Viva, doesn't that mean live?
Yeah.
Versus resistance. So somebody was shot. False flag. Shady Groove. Wow.
Yeah, that happened just after.
Wow.
Against a Democrat congressperson.
Yeah.
Who voted against health care for illegals.
Correct.
And also, so the reason that the rubber is getting ready to meet the road right now and all this stuff is happening is because the RFK has now shared the data from all of the illegals that are on Medicaid. And Donald Trump is coming out and saying that this is getting ready to end. We're getting ready to spend our political capital to get these people the heck out of here. We're not going to be able to do that, Jeff, with just a mom and pop operation.
Yeah. I mean, this is going to get big. Right now, they're reporting that there's 100,000 illegals that are gone from the country. That's what I voted for. These people are protecting Antifa. These people are protecting illegal aliens, a.k.a. MS-13s. I mean, it's crazy, guys. And we're going to go over the false flag shooting as well. But I wanted to just real quick go over that day as well. It was beautiful. The fireworks. You guys all watched, the oath being submitted to the Army. It was amazing, guys. I mean, we watched it here on the MG Show. If you missed it, the video's still here as well. But I wanted to share with you something that I thought was pretty amazing, because a lot of people just said, oh, it's V for Vendetta. Well, it's more than V from Vendetta. Because right now, we're talking about timestamps and all of that. They're important. Correct, Shady?
Yes.
So during at the end, right, Tchaikovsky's 1812 overtures closed today's military parade, the same as V for Vendetta's explosive finale. Fireworks and rebellion vibes, coincidence, or coded message? Q Post 1812 says, in part, comms understood. Do you believe in coincidences? Wow. And I'm not going to play it because Facebook will, do that. But is it panic mode, guys? Enjoy the show. And, what's the takeaway? The 1812 overture transforms with its setting rebellion and fiction, taking out the deep state in reality. Did the DC event channel V's revolutionary spirit? And then here's another cool video as well. But then you've got cars carrying Iran's nuclear scientists and the IRGC elites have started simultaneously exploding in the heart of Tehran. It looks like the Mossad still has a few tricks up its sleeve. Shady, is that wild?
It is wild. And it's corresponding. All of this stuff is corresponding. So really, what it is that we've been given over the last 6 years is the ability to see everything for the value that it actually has and for the context that it actually has. Each one of these events that are happening around the world has a specific type of context that is connected to other pieces of these networks and parts of it that are starting to break down and deteriorate. And we're watching it play out in real time. I mean, it's stunning to see what Trump was able to do for us, Jeff, because like
Are we live? Are we back?
Now?
Are we back? Wow, hot mic. We can hear you. All right, that's a good thing. Hot mic is a good thing. Puissant, thank you very much. Wow, just when we were going to go into the false flag that happened on, President's Day or President's birthday and the Army 250 and Flag Day. Wow, and we just showed you a pretty crazy proof of Q, didn't we?
Yes, and what I was getting ready to explain is that what Donald Trump has done and what is so brilliant about it is that he spent the last 3 or 4 months showing you how resistant people are going to be to what it is that you voted for. Everybody was like, oh, illegal immigrants don't really vote. Oh, illegal immigrants aren't really on Medicaid. Oh, illegal immigrants aren't really pulling down society around you. They're bringing in tax money and making life better for everyone. That's the BS that everyone knew wasn't true. And the reason that the rating of America is going in the right direction percentage, Jeff, now is currently over 50% for the first time in recorded history is because of the person that we elected to be the president is actually taking the responsibility to get these people out and spending the political capital that it takes to do it.
Wow. Crazy. And we got people that are on quote unquote our side being war hawks as well. Again, we read the Q posts. It says nothing about war, okay? It says nothing about World War III. It's going to be averted. And what has to happen in Iran is actually what has to happen in Iran is the people. The people have the power in Iran. They need to rise up and stand up.
Well, that's a very good point, because look at the information that we're getting ready to talk to you about that right now. We're getting ready to show you how we could have already knew that. And also, all these people, I'm sick of it. The black pilling is over the top. If you are a person who believes that Donald Trump is controlled by Israel, please leave. Just don't let the door hit you, because it's the most ridiculous thing. And if you pay attention, you will see that even people like David Icke and Candace Owens and Ian Carroll and Nick Fuentes and Alex Jones and InfoWars, all these people pretend like they're like going at each other, but in all reality, they all line up on the idea that Donald Trump is a puppet. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you who Donald Trump is a puppet to. We, the people. That's who Donald Trump is a puppet to, and that is the way that he is acting. And I am not in disagreement, and Jeff could disagree with me if he'd like, but I'm not in disagreement with anything that this man has done so far.
Yeah. Are we back on Facebook, guys? Give me a 5-5 if we are. Thank you very much. It looks like we are. Are we live on Facebook? All right. So, pretty interesting stuff. I want to just play this before we go too, because it kind of is a Q-proof video. It's this gentleman, the Iranian people should take note, stand up for freedom, as Reza Pahlavi urges and resist tyranny. This video that I made, he was on Maria Baratiromo, has many Q-proofs in it. Let's listen and read the Q-proofs. Here we go. Check it out.
So at this stage, I think the Iranian people obviously realize that the playing field has been more equalized for them, to give them finally an opportunity to rise and get rid of this regime. Because we always believe that the ultimate solution to the problem is for this regime to no longer be there. Not at the hand of foreign troops or countries, but at the hand of the Iranian people themselves. The Iranian people are the boots on the ground that we need. What they need, however, is solidarity from the free world to once and for all get rid of the problem, help Iranians overcome this regime, and put an end to all the threats that this regime has been the root cause of for decades now in the region and beyond.
Do you think the rest of the world, the free world, will heed that call and come to the aid of the Iranian people? What would you like to see?
What I like to see is for the world to know that the only way you can have less stress for the economic stability of the world, have less casualties of innocent victims here and there, have an end to all this stress, including the nuclear threat, is to eliminate this regime. The sooner they come to this conclusion, the sooner we'll be rid of the problem and we can all breathe a sigh of relief. The Iranian people are willing to do their part. In fact, they've done this so many times with no help whatsoever, but are willing to risk life and limb in order to finally overcome. Last night, people on the streets were angry, chanting death to the dictator yet again. They know who the enemy is. The regime has been giving them slogans of death to America and death to Israel for the past 4 decades, and Iranians have been responding. They lie to us when they say it's America. Our enemy is right here, meaning the regime. And fortunately, I see that more and more people, public opinion, media, and foreign governments are finally making a clear distinction between the people of Iran and the regime. And that's key. That tells you right there that the solution is in front of your eyes. The Iranian people are your solution, not negotiating with a regime that cannot be trusted. Case in point, the latest report of the IAEA. They are not to be trusted. And I've said that so many times already.
And you've said also that the Iranian leadership is at its weakest. How would you assess, based on your own knowledge of this, how would you assess the nuclear capabilities today?
Well, it certainly has been tremendously set back. But the whole point here is that how much more time do you want the regime to catch a second breath and come back online? How many times are we going to yet again throw them a lifeline? How many times are we going to allow them, as they were going down in their ability to spend money on their proxies or for repression machineries at home, to get access to more funding that they shouldn't have had? I think this is the perfect time. The G7 are meeting right now in Canada. Why not prescribe the IRGC, which is the element that has been the root cause of repression at home and terrorism abroad, as part of the kind of pressure that the world can bring? And at the same time have the parallel track, you and I have spoken about this many times already, a parallel process of maximum support. Some people have already been talking about internet interruptions in Iran that the regime has always tried to use as a tactic to make people have more difficulties communicating. Starlink and Elon Musk are trying to do their part. We need much more of that. This is how, in fact, they can help the Iranian people have a better chance to succeed, and their success will be in your own interest at the end of the day.
Yeah. And the people standing up and taking back their government and resisting the clown, the CIA-controlled, Mossad-controlled Iraqi regime that is inflicting a war against Israel, Mossad, CIA, to try to goad you, the American people, along with Donald J. Trump, into war. And the same talking heads, Mike Adams, that's why we're not on Brighteon TV anymore, because we were telling too much truth, apparently. The health ranger, General Flynn, they're all blackpilling you. They all want war. I was scrolling through and I saw Life, Liberty, and Levin. I'm like, I'm not going to listen to this war hawk telling me that we need to, like, look, you guys have no clue what's going on. And it's not Trump. Trump is not controlled by Israel. In fact, he set Tucker Carlson straight this weekend too, Shady Groove.
Well, isn't it interesting, Jeff, how you're seeing the dynamic? Like you look at it's like Tucker Carlson against Mark Levin, and they're both wrong. How can that be possible? Mm-hmm. How can it be possible? Think this through, everybody, to see that you could see through the charade now. You know, you want to talk about whenever we say you become unpsyopable, be unpsyopable. The idea that you can see that what Carlson is doing and Levin is doing is the same thing is what that means. They're both war hawks. They're both advocating for the different position. Tucker Carlson is acting like Donald Trump is controlled by Netanyahu. Isn't that weird? And Mark Levin is acting like, oh, well, this is going to kick off World War III because of what's going on over here. Or Tucker is all of these different narratives that they're trying to throw at you. What if there is no war? What if Donald Trump is using the optic right now of Israel's power to eliminate assets that are currently clown assets? Jeff, whenever you hear the word regime, this is how we're going to orient ourselves from now on. When you hear the word regime, if anybody refers to the word regime, you're going to think not regime like some rogue faction of some military somewhere that's like taking over and like implementing their dumb ideas. You're going to think globalist. Okay. Regime equals globalist. Globalist control. Okay. Regime North Korea, globalist control. Regime Iran, globalist control. They are puppeting you. War is propaganda. War is money. War is finance. That's what war really is. The real winner. Jeff, do you remember that movie called War Games?
Yeah.
And remember how many times Q talked about war games? He said, would you like to play a game? Do you know what it means to play the game? What is tic-tac-toe?
Shall we play a game?
What is tic-tac-toe? Can you win? Can you win a thermonuclear war? Yes or no? Can you win a thermonuclear war? The answer is no. No one wins. No one wins at tic-tac-toe if you play it right. It's a mind game. You're watching an info war.
Also, Q said global game of risk.
Correct. That's exactly right. And what does that mean? That means the only way to win is to not to play.
Yeah.
The only way to win is to not to play. Do you understand that? The only way we win is to not allow World War III to happen. Let them fight it out. Let Israel bomb Iran. Let Iran bomb Israel. Let Ukraine bomb Russia. Let Russia bomb Ukraine. It's not our fight, and you're currently seeing that play out in front of you.
Look, somebody said, RIL 19 says, Trump disgraced himself. His comments to Dana Bash aren't worthy of a great leader. Do you know who Dana Bash's husband is? He's one of the people that said Hunter Biden's laptop was real. Get off my feed.
What are you doing
You're
here?
so uneducated. Why don't you wake the F up? Huh?
Because, Jeff, they're stubborn. It's stubbornness. You know, we stubborn as a mule is the way we would refer to that.
Yeah, Dana Bash's husband was on the list of the 51 stupid-ass intel agents that said that the real Hunter Biden's laptop was fake Russian disinfo. You have no right coming to my show spewing such shit.
Great. Whoa!
Huh? Is that a good Shady rant? Now we got a good Jeff rant. All right.
There you go. Now we're out.
All right. So real quick, I want to just go ahead and, we have another Q proof as well. Donald J. Trump posted a screenshot of Senator John Fetterman's comment about the amazing military parade, and it led to buckle up, buttercups. It's about to get bumpy, 07. Now, Donald Trump said, quoted this parade is compromised of our sons, daughters, mothers and fathers, the very best of us. Regardless of your politics, it's appropriate to celebrate the 250 years of sacrifice, dedication, and service. And that leads to us to this post. This is more than party politics. This is about restoring old glory. This is about saving our land and our people from those who wish us harm. This is about preserving our republic. This is about preserving our safety. This is about restoring our strength. This is about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. This is about protecting our children. This is about saving America. We are all God's children. We are fathers. We are mothers. We are daughters. We are sons. We are brothers. We are sisters. We do not look at race. We do not look at skin color. We are united in these states of America. We are and always will be patriots. Patriots must rise again, must unite again. We must fight again for God and country. God bless America. Where we go one, we go all. But above that too, Shady, let me just read that. The entire world is watching. Patriots from around the world are praying for America. We are bound by a feeling deep inside, a feeling that cannot be publicly expressed for fear, ridicule, or a feeling that challenges the mainstream narrative and people that come onto my stream and talk BS. Against that, we are told to accept and dare not question, but put simply, that people are being abused by those by those in power, and time is running out. Remember the battles of Lexington and Concord? Give me liberty or give me death. Far too long we have been silent and allowed our bands of strength that once formed to defend freedom and liberty to deteriorate. We became divided. We became weak. We elected traitors to govern us. We allowed evil to prey on us. Those who claimed to represent us gave us false hope, made false promises. The evil and corruption only grew.
Made false promises, gave false hope. What does that really mean? John Fetterman is now, Jeff, 100% officially my favorite Democrat.
I know, me too.
I was thinking about that. Like, yep, he's my favorite Democrat. I can't think of one I like better.
Yet another Q proof.
Another proof of what it is. This is a proof of what it is you're doing here. Okay. Yeah. What it is we're doing here, as far as this program, this broadcast, the truth movement that exists right here, is in correlation with this. We understand something very simple. It says it's clear as day. The only way for real government is with real transparency and real truth. There is no other way. You cannot have government if you do not have truth and transparency. You have something else. And whenever we're talking about this and they keep saying everything is a boogeyman, like I said a second ago, whenever they say regime, you think boogeyman, meaning don't allow that moment to make you afraid. Because really, that's what they're playing on. They're playing on that very moment where they say something to you and you think, oh my God, World War III, in that moment. And don't give them that satisfaction.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, Shady, let's go over this Praetorian Guard thing.
The other Praetorian Guard.
Yeah, the one that was, started by a pedophile is the one that Flynn is, not this one.
Oh, okay. Well, that seems similar, but we'll play along.
So I just asked a question, JD. Okay. People are like, why aren't you getting sued for defamation? Because you can't. It's a question. Is this the same Praetorian Guard that the General Flynn is associated with? Okay. That's all I asked.
Question.
It's a question. Because it's the alleged assassin in Minnesota is Vance Bolter, Director of Security Patrols for a security service company named Praetorian Guard Security Services. There he is right there. Okay. All right. So then we keep going. Oh my gosh, what? I saw this. Police type vehicles. We drive the same make and model of police vehicles that many police departments use in the U.S. currently. We drive the Ford Explorer utility service vehicle. I'm sure that. Oh my God, Shady. Wow. And this is before you heard this name on mainstream news, guys. Torch was all over it. All of the Anons were all over it. We knew before the mainstream news knew this. Okay, guys?
Yep.
I'm sitting on the beach figuring this out. Here's a picture of the suspect.
Oh, they're all trying to cover it up.
Yep. Here's the picture of the suspect vehicle, right? Look at. And that Praetorian pguards.net has the same kind of vehicles. Wow. This is the introduction video from the Praetorian Guard. He's saying that he does something about eyeballs. He harvests eyeballs and like gets rid of dead bodies and stuff, Shady. I mean, this is pretty weird.
Just like the thing like mafia, you would think of mafia people or cartel people would probably do. Wouldn't you think cartel, mafia, stuff like that?
let's listen to the
Okay,
suspect.
let's
Here we
see
go.
what he says.
And he doesn't seem very MAGA to me.
Hello, my name is Vance Belter. I just go by Vance. No other names that I use. I live in Greenhow, Minnesota, about an hour away from the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. I'm affiliated with 2 funeral homes. I work full-time for Wolf Funeral Home, which is an intake location for about 6 funeral homes. And we also do all the intake for the National Cremation Society and the Neptune
What would you do with something like that?
Society for all their cremation customers as well. So I mainly do removals at this point. So I work at Wolf full time, and then I also work for another funeral home called Metro First Call, and they also do traditional removals at nursing homes, assisted living apartments, but they also have contracts with medical examiner's office. So like one contract is the Hennepin County Medical Examiner's Office, so we'll do removals, which we're working with a lot of police officers and death investigators at the location where a decedent is found. Could be a crime scene or just a natural death, and our role is to just take the decedent from that place of death to the medical examiner's office. And so between those 2 locations, I'm working about 6 days a week. What else here? Family and pets. I have a wife and 5 kids, and we have 2 pets, German Shepherds. Fun fact about myself, I've been in the
He doesn't
food
sound
industry
very
about
MAGA
30
to me, does he, to
years,
you, Shady?
and that led
Nope.
to an opportunity.
But he's an
I was invited
InfoWars
to
guy.
the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is located in Central Africa. When I was in high school, the country was called Zaire. That's a little bit more familiar with people, but it's the largest, second largest country in Africa, right in the middle, in the center there, and was asked a couple years ago to go and see what I could do for ideas in helping their food supply system. Their population is about 100 million people, and they import 80% of their food currently. So some of the food companies I worked for in the past were Farm to Fork, like Del Monte Foods and Golden Plump Poultry, where we did everything from, at Del Monte, we planted the
Fortune
products
500 company.
to harvested them to process them and then shipped them out. In Golden Plump Poultry, we had our own hatcheries, grow out barns with the farmers, and then processing plants. So between those 2 companies, I have some experience with agriculture. And so over in the Democratic Republic of Congo, I had some ideas they thought were pretty promising, which the company I was working for at the time wasn't interested in doing anything in Africa. So I talked with my wife, and we decided I just put in my 2-week notice, and we just go off on our own to try to do these projects to help out in Africa. So we're doing farming and fishing
USAID.
projects in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And to help pay the bills, I just started working at a funeral home because the shift worked good for my schedule with the other things I was doing. And that led to
Graveyard
some
shift.
classes at DMAC, which
Yeah.
led to this course. So just learning more about the funeral industry. And I think that covers everything. And I will look forward to seeing you in class, and we'll go from there.
Wow. All right. So he talked about his Red Lion nonprofit, Shady Grove. They were also the one in Congo, probably got USAID cut off. The Democrat senator was the Speaker of the House, actually, and she looked terrified, Shady, when she's voted no against keeping illegal aliens on Social Security, Medicaid, and all that. Shady Grove, crazy.
Yep, and that seems like what the protest was. And then all of a sudden, I mean, let's look at the infrastructure here. This guy was claiming he was a security guy, okay, but he's working at funeral homes. Huh.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? Isn't it interesting, Jeff, whenever we went...
It's a clown front company. Is it or is it not?
Isn't that interesting how it is connected to these other people that were connected? Remember Tiffany Fitzhenry? Remember whenever we were like digging into her history and all her family's
Funeral
connections
home,
to the
West Palm
mafia and funeral homes. And, then it makes me think, Jeff, it's like, where who's going to tell us where the bodies are buried? Would a man tell you where the body was buried if he cremated it?
Mm-mm.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to continue on to that thread as well. And, it's very interesting because I'm trying to get down to the post of this lady. I don't think I added it to the thread because it's very interesting, guys. I mean, this lady that voted no ends up getting shot, Shady Grove. And
Came to her house. in a police vehicle, like with a rubber mask on, and they killed the dog. I mean, this is, and the wife of the guy got pulled over. Then there's multiple stories out there about the wife. Some say that they let her go. Other people say that they detained her, but she had like cash and weapons and other people in the car. So whatever this guy was doing, these people were helping.
Yeah. And yes, we know about InfoWars, guys. We're building the story. It's called storytelling. I know you guys know. Thank you. We're going to get to it. Believe me, we're going to get to it.
Because they read the threads, Jeff. They pay attention to the information. Don't hold that against them.
I'm holding it against you, Shady.
You do that. You hold it against me for them, so they're clear.
All right. So this is MN Democrat state senator here earlier this week talking about the majority leader, Aaron Murphy. Listen closely to the verbiage.
This is crazy. It is
Love
crazy.
your neighbor means all of our neighbors, regardless of where they come from, what they look like, who they love. This is a shameful day in this body. And I'm angry, and I will wrap up, Mr. President. I am angry because my majority leader had a gun put to her head.
What?
She's going to take a vote on this, knowing that her caucus does not support this because she wants to make sure this budget is passed. It is a shameful day, Mr. President.
It really is. And, later that week, on the weekend, she died. Now, this is after the vote was taken, Shady Groove. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's watch. Let's watch her.
I know.
I know that people will be hurt by that vote. And we worked very hard to try to get a budget deal that wouldn't include that provision. I know that people will be hurt by that vote.
Melissa Hortman, terrified.
We worked very hard to try to get a budget deal that wouldn't include that provision.
By somebody associated with not only Tim Walz, but the prior governor as well. In other words, a fixer, guys. What you're looking at with this guy is a fixer. That's what he is. He comes in and he does work that other people aren't willing to do.
Yep. So as it turns out, as we're digging, this is real time, breaking, the police source in Minnesota. The suspect in the shooting was this guy, Vance Luther Bolter, okay? And it appears that the same Bolter who was appointed by the governor's Workforce Development Board in 2019 by Gov. Walz, and he was also appointed to the Workforce Development Council in 2016 by then Governor Mark Dayton. Okay, look at that. Governor Walz, Governor Dayton. Interesting, okay? So he's doing a lot of work with the African-American community to feed them. Now, this is breaking. There's a new photo showing Vance Boatler, who appears to be wearing a mask, impersonating a police officer, attempting to enter the home of John Hoffman after fatally shooting Rep. Melissa Hortman, and her husband Bolter remains at large. He is now caught. But look at that mask, Shady Groove. That's the mask he was wearing. Okay.
Yep.
And it does look like the mask right here, Shady Groove. It looks like that mask right here from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Okay. This is what Anons do, guys. Not Uncle Fester.
And that's what people in masks look like, not Joe Biden.
Right. This is exactly what people exactly right. Vance Boatler listed himself on LinkedIn as the CEO of Red Lion Group, which is based in the Democratic Republic of Congo. He worked with Minnesota Africans United, a statewide organization working with African immigrants in the state, according to new, now deleted biography on the group's website. Okay. This masked a Walz appointee suspected in assassination. Officials describe him as a politically motivated murder. They're trying to tie it on MAGA. This is your false flag, guys. You understand? And the decode that we did that morning before any of this happened said, look out for a false flag.
It literally gave the warning that something was getting ready to happen.
News unlocks the map.
And whenever you have a situation like this where you've got this proletarian or praetorian or whatever it is, group of people, if you're monitoring their networks, you're going to be able to know that something's going on.
Yeah. So there it is. That's Mini Maniac. This is Bolter. He worked at 7-Eleven, general manager of Green Corps Del Monte. We saw him say that. He also had these in his car. Okay. Now, if you're to set up the president of the United States in MAGA, wouldn't you have these in your car?
Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm. You would. Exactly. This is his USA spending, $420,000, Shady Groove.
But he's just a meager. He's got to work at the funeral home, make ends meet, man.
Right.
He has to work at funeral home, so he has access to the furnace.
Yep. So remember that decode before the false flag shooting. The spillover in the streets will be quickly shut down. Look for more false flags. Stay alert. Be vigilant above all, and please pray. Seems to be spot on, Shady Groove.
Seems to be spot on.
Huh.
And look at what they're willing to do.
The wife.
It was almost like she knew she was going to be murdered.
Yeah. The wife was pulled over, and they found a gun inside her car, along with passports and whatnot. Remember this, Shady Groove? Remember Tim Walz saying this, Shady? You ready?
I'm ready.
So I become friends with school shooters. So I become friends with school shooters. So I become friends with school shooters. So I become friends with school shooters.
He did say that.
He did say that, didn't he? Over and over and over.
And we were like, that was during the debate with JD. We were like,
Yeah.
what did he just say? And we're like, no, surely he didn't say that. And yes, he did.
So Vance Bolton's roommate said that the killer is hooked on InfoWars, Shady.
Oh, he's InfoWars.
Where General Flynn, Ranklin, Stone, and others pushed wild assassination conspiracies. Be careful who you follow. Let's listen. Wow.
But because of this board thing he was on for Governor Walz, it wasn't to serve. He was just serving the community. But I can't believe a political issue would cause him to do such a thing.
Did he ever bring up the senator or the representative who were targeted?
Like I was saying, no, he never talked about that. I didn't know those people. I didn't recognize their names.
Any politicians he mentioned?
Well, he mentioned Nancy Pelosi. He didn't like Jim Walz.
Jim Walz?
Didn't like Jim Biden. But
Tim Walz? What would you say about him?
Well, I mean, nothing. It's just normal. Oh, I don't like this that Tim Walz did this. I don't like that he did that.
Did he mention the protests that were planned for yesterday?
He never mentioned the protest.
What do you make of everything that's happened here and the fact
Maybe
that
I mentioned it to him, but I don't think he mentioned anything about it.
What would you tell him?
I would tell him to surrender himself so he can be taken alive, because he's like my best friend, so I don't want him to be killed. I don't want him to kill anyone else, you know? So I think if I saw him, I could talk him down, but I don't know where he is.
And did he listen to any particular podcasts or TV shows or anything online that concerns you?
You listen to InfoWars, but I kind of said, well, it's like 50% truth. I kind of said, don't take everything what they say, but it wasn't a real truth. I mean, they're on for some things, but some things are way off.
Did he talk much about Trump? And what did he say if so?
I was a Trump supporter. Voted for Trump. You like Trump? I like Trump.
Huh. Wow. Sounds a little set up too, doesn't it?
It sounds
to be
like
a false flag against MAGA President Trump.
It sounds like an InfoWars guy that's trying to like associate and disassociate at the same time.
So was he radicalized by Alex Jones? I mean, this is a post by Michigan Anon. I saw this morning. Was the Minnesota shooter radicalized by Mossad, CIA, Mossad agent Alex Jones? What were Matrix and Shady talking about just a week ago about listening to guys like Alex Jones and how they could get into trouble? Remember we had Roger Stone super fan, Jessica Watkins also woke up to Alex Jones as she was in jail, and he wasn't, okay? How long till you brainless sheep realize that guys like Alex Jones are the enemy, something even Bill Cooper even tried to tell you 25 years ago. And, you got that. You got This Is It. Let's listen to this, Shady Grove.
In a field near his home in Green Isle, Minnesota, southwest of Minneapolis.
There's no question that this is the largest manhunt in the state's history. Just down at the scene where he was taken into custody, there was 20 different SWAT teams over an extremely large area hunting this individual down to take him into custody.
And this morning, police documents reveal that inside the car that Bolter ditched near his home, they found 3 AK-47 assault rifles, a 9mm handgun, a list of other public officials, and outside of the car, they found another gun, a mask, and a gold-style police badge. Police say Bolter dressed like a police officer. He wore a Halloween-style mask and drove what looked like a squad car. He went to the homes of 2 powerful Minnesota politicians, shooting them and their spouses, killing one couple. The list he had apparently had other names of politicians he may have planned to kill. Now, former Democratic State Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark were murdered, according to police. Democratic State Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette were shot 17 times total, according to Yvette, yet each survived. And this morning, the shooter is charged with 4 counts of second-degree murder. And we have an outstanding reporter here at our Fox affiliate, Paul Bloom. He reports that in Minnesota, in order to get that first-degree murder charge, you have to go before a grand jury. So the suspect was just caught last night. The case has apparently not gone before a grand jury. If and when it does, you can imagine he is facing first-degree murder charges.
And that grand jury will be held at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, what is Alex Jones's background? This is from Kevin. Kevin here in chat. This is from him. JD, check it out.
Yeah, there's all sorts of weird experiments going on and just stuff that's off the chart. And it's industrial level. I'm not bragging when I say that when in the 80s, it's late 80s, my mom and dad had multiple discussions. My dad would say, let's talk about it privately and stuff like that with my mom. So I never even heard all of it. He won't talk about it today, where the CIA tried to hire him, because I had some family that did stuff for the CIA, to be inducted in Maryland into literal below ground bases for a 4-year secret tour. And they were hiring other top dentists that were pioneering implants. My dad pioneered implants and, taught it at medical school and all that. And it was literally, they just said it's cybernetics, it's highly advanced. And he was, and it was $400,000 a year, way more money than he was making then. And he owned dental offices. And he said no, because my dad did work at the medical school. He was someone who would do medical procedures on high-level CIA people. They would come into him, and then they would not allow deadening. They would have people there watching while he did procedures on people, just because they can't be put under. That was back during the Cold War. And so my dad did do that. Probably get mad at me even telling this. But the whole point is that what that guy was talking about, I mean, it's reportedly really bad what's going on now.
Yeah, it is really bad, and we're seeing the effects of it. So, and then, we can play Bill Cooper again, calling him a con artist and whatnot, Shady Groove. But I want to finish this before we go to chat, and then you can, let me just do this. But General Flynn actually responded to this thread, Shady Groove.
Yeah, he did. And he unblocked you to do so.
Yep, and I don't have him blocked. So General Flynn and he said, You're really starting to get on my nerves. This is serious poop. FOAH.
Blank off blank hole.
Yep. Or ass blank.
So he he unblocked you so that, again, he could address a question that he didn't like.
Yeah.
That's
what you call over the target, my friends.
Yes, that's what you call over the target. And I'd like to ask the audience if they've heard of any other people that are masquerading as government officials with a list in their pocket. Because we just heard that this guy had a list of public officials that he wanted to go after, and he went after and attacked a couple of public officials that killed them, and he is associated with the Praetorian Guard, or whatever you want to call it. And we also have all of these people over here with the Ivan Ranklin crew making lists of government officials and acting like that they're going to go after them and pretending like that they're somehow in some sort of elected position or a position to investigate or in a position to arrest, and saying that they're going to go swatting people. And then all of a sudden a bunch of conservative people got a bunch of swatting right as the new FBI director was coming in. I'm trying to figure out if anybody can see how these Alex Jones people can throw sand in your face and you not even really understand what they're doing. Why is the Flynn crew acting up like this? Why in the world can they not get on board with Donald Trump? Why are they taking this other road of blackpilling with General Flynn in World War III? I wonder. It's almost like they were here to do it the whole time, Jeff.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. And then we're going to go over this as well. Okay. So I just want to let you guys know that, be careful who you follow. And we got a lot more coming up on the second half of this show, hour number 2. Yeti, take us away.
Hello to all of you beautiful patriots out there.
First of all, let me just thank you all for supporting this show. We wouldn't be here without you. But I have a huge announcement regarding donations.
It has come to our attention that using the Rumble app is taking an additional 30% of your donation to the show.
Let me explain. According to our TOS, Rumble takes 20% of all donations made through the web browser.
And that's at 20%. It's a good deal if you consider other platforms like YouTube and such.
There is a hidden cost that we just found out. For example, we received a generous $500 donation from Spilty, and thank you so much for that, from the Rumble app on Apple. So Rumble took 20%, and Apple took an additional 30%. We brought that to Rumble, and they said, well, Rumble's take of tips and donations is 20%. That's if the transaction is done through the web browser. If using the Android or iOS app, it's an additional 30% collected by those platforms.
So please use the web browser to make your donations to the show and avoid the hidden fees by Apple and Android.
That's right. You can also support us at GiveSendGo/HelpMGShow, mg.show/donate. We have PayPal and Cash App. Both are at RealMGShow or $RealMGShow. Please help us out. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
To celebrate our newest launch, Rev 7, I'm bringing you an amazing introductory offer, plus an exclusive overstock sale that you're not going to want to miss. Rev 7 is our premium energy drink that tastes great and gives you energy all day with no jitters and no crashes. That's because there's no sugar and no caffeine. I'm so sure you're going to love Rev 7 that for a limited time you can try our 3-pack absolutely free. Or check out our Percale bed sheets. I can't believe I'm even going to say this. Every color, every style, every size, only $29.88. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save 20% on our Rev 7 12-packs or try our introductory 3-pack absolutely free. And our Percale bed sheets, all sizes only $29.88, even the queens and kings. Inventory is extremely limited, so order now.
Q-Waken is a streetwear brand and a community-driven project blending fashion, art, and digital assets. Built on the XRP ledger, it offers phygital products. Physical items like hoodies tied to NFTs, non-fungible tokens that grant rewards in QWK tokens. Our QWK token powers our d-commerce ecosystem, rewarding you for engaging, holding, and shopping in a decentralized way. Aiming to revolutionize streetwear with a focus on sustainability and community values, Q-Waken was founded in late 2021, and it's tied to the Great Awakening theme, promoting free thought and truth-seeking. Join us at qwaken.club and become active part of the Golden Age.
perfect stage could not be asked for.
I don't see any instruments.
Your powers of observation continue to serve you well. But wait! It is to Madame Justice that I dedicate this concerto in honor of the holiday she seems to have taken from these parts, and in recognition of the impostor that stands in her stead. Tell me, do you know what day it is, Evie?
November the 4th.
Not anymore.
Trump elected on November 5th.
Remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder, treason, and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. First, the overture. Yes, the strings. Listen carefully, can you hear it? Now the brass.
I can hear it. Look outside, Mummy. They're playing music. How did you do that?
Wait, here comes the crescendo. How beautiful, is it not?
And then we got one too that I was trying to look for. I couldn't find it fast enough. The C page found us. Check it out.
That music.
Yes. His music.
Was
Who's Edmond Dantes? And he was my father. And my mother. My brother. My friend. Who is you? And me. He was all of us. No one will ever forget that night and what it meant for this country. But I will never forget the man and what he meant to me.
Welcome back to the MG Show and Q Post 1812 from the 1812 overture that was played not on 4th of July, actually on the 2050th anniversary of the U.S. Army, Flag Day, and President Trump's birthday, leads to a Q Post. Let's go to 1812 because we've been looking at all these timestamps, right, Shady Groove?
We have been, yes, sir.
1812. Let's put in 1812 right here. Check it out. 1812. It talks about Rosenstein and the oath of office. Okay. Interesting. They took the oath again during that parade. Did they or did they not, Shady?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then they talk about you owe it to your country, you owe it to yourself, to your children. We stand with you. It has the oath. Okay. Wow. The time is now. And then this is no longer like valid, but comms understood. Do you believe in coincidences? I mean, I think that's a pretty clear-cut Q-proof, Shady Groove.
Well, I think that everything that you're seeing happen is a Q-proof. Because why are you here? You were here because of the truth. The truth is what led you here. The truth is what led you here. The truth is what separates you from others, okay? And this is a clear distinction. We're not playing around in the swamp of maniacal theories. We are presenting to you a broadcast and showing you things that we can prove that are happening and explaining to you what is provable with facts and research and what people did actually say. The thing that you were seeing there with the movie, and what is that representative of? It's representative of what the truth will do to the established order. The only reason truth can destroy the established order is because the established order is built on sand. And it's all built on sand. And Jesus explained to you how the established order is built on and will continue to be built on sand. That is the reason for his message to you of a way to operate or to exist around it, with it around you, with evil surrounding you. You have to walk with no fear, knowing that evil will continue to surround you. And what did we work for the last 7 years? We worked to get the truth closer to the narrative. The narrative is over here. The truth was back here. We're trying to close that gap. And the closer that we get, Jeff, to closing that gap, the more the pressure builds. There's a pressure vacuum there that builds. And when everything starts to pop, you see what you saw this weekend. You're seeing those type of things happen over and over again. Each and every one of them are an absolute Q-proof. The bottom line is the system lost before any of this ever started, because the intent is to undermine the system, and the intent is to make a biblical transformation so that the rest of the world, like we were talking about in hour one, Iran, the rest of the world, the people of the country take back control, not the U.S. military come in and take out your regime. The people have to take out, quote unquote, the regime.
That's right. And we told you that again, and you got people like that. All right, so I want to just go back to this real quick, okay? I do solemnly swear or affirm. Remember that, Shady? Talking about, you know, the oath of office. The oath, 1812. This is post 1812, right?
Yes.
Let's take the oath. Mission forward.
Mr. President,
we can flip
First
it.
Sergeant Norton, reporting for duty, sir. Ready to commence the ceremony as directed.
I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of the officers appointed over me according to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. Congratulations. Congratulations. Welcome to the United States Army, and have a great life. Thank you very much. Have a great life. Thank you.
Wow. Now, somebody said that this kind of looked like a Pepe, Shady. Did you see that? The eyes?
No, I did not see that, but look, I can now that you say it.
Yeah, and it's got the V right here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm sure these are all just coincidences, right, guys?
It's also, yeah, and it's also mirrors the V's down front, too. There's two in the front.
Mm-hmm. VV. For Vendetta. But hey, we don't know what we're talking about.
Well, no, we do. We do know what we're talking about, because I think that what we're seeing is exactly what it is that you all came here for. You didn't come here for General Flynn. You didn't come here for Alex Jones. You didn't come here for more military-industrial complex horse pucky shoved down your throat and call it truth and move on. You didn't come here for that. If you did, you would be over there with the Rambo nuts. That's where you'd be. That's where those people are. You're here because you're doing something different. You're following something. Poussin said it's so good this morning. It's like we ended up here for it. Whatever it is, we're here for it. It didn't happen in the 80s. It didn't happen in the 90s. It didn't happen in the 2000s. It's happening right now, and it's been going on for almost a decade. And we've been here watching the transition from the hopeless awash in wokeism America that we knew 15 years ago that came out of the Barack Obama administration into the republic of a free people who have the ability to choose their own destiny, Jeff. You guys don't, America doesn't give you the promise that you're going to be successful. America gives you the opportunity to try to be. That's it. That's all that America's offering. America's not offering you success. America's offering you the idea that if you choose to be, if you want to be, if you attempt to be successful, your forward progress won't be impeded by the state. It'll be impeded by you're being stupid. It'll be impeded by having a bad plan. It'll be impeded by not having enough money. It'll be impeded by a number of things. But America promises you the freedom to try. The freedom to try to go from being a person in a cubicle somewhere to a person that has something. That's the freedom America gives you that no other country will give you unless you have specific last names.
Wow. Real quick, Simon Silva says, today, I know you guys don't watch The War Room, so I sacrificed myself to watch. I'm so sorry about that, Simon.
That really sucks for you.
All three clowns were on today. Bannon, Flynn, and Tucker. Man, these three people are so wrong. Thanks to you guys, I'm unpsyopable. Thank you so much.
But isn't it great, sir? Like, whoever said that, thank God bless you for
Simon
saying
Silva.
that. Because you can see it, can't you? You can see it clearly. We don't have to say it. We don't have to tell you anything. You can see it on your own because you've taken away you've cleaned up the living room. You got all the BS out of the living room. It's nice in the living room. You walk in, you got your stuff, your TV, your nice candles, your potpourri. It's wonderful in there. Whenever there's a pile of poop in the middle of the room, you notice it, don't you?
Yeah. So with that thread, Shady Groove, and asking if it was General Flynn, we got this from Brian Cates. Super GAY, red shoe wearing infiltrator jumping around like a Kansas City F-jet says what? I just asked a question, Brian. Okay. So look at this. They're worried about us.
Asking questions. Because we ask the questions that no one is willing to ask.
Yeah.
Do you guys, what are the chances, Jeff? What are the chances that there's 5,000 Praetorian guards in America, and this guy just happens to be one of them, and General Flynn just happens to be a different one of them, and they're running around everywhere. They're falling off the boats. There's so many proletarian 1AP guards. You can't. What is the odds that they're all in security? And this guy was in security. What are the odds that they're all connected to Blackwater and Roger Stone in the background and Alex Jones? And then all of a sudden, like people like Stacey Burke, what does your security turn into? When you're given security, and that turns into people holding you hostage.
Yep. And Shady. So I said, so thank you, Brian. You're right. It wasn't General Flynn linked to the January. Wasn't, and this is a question, wasn't General Flynn linked to January 6th via First Amendment Praetorian 1AP led by Robert Patrick Lewis, provided Flynn security at Flynn events and worked with him, Sidney Powell, and the 2020 election fraud claims, subpoenaed by January 6th committee, capital proximity of the Proud Boys, BOIS, and the Oath Creepers ties. January. So very interesting to note. Let's just so this is the one that General Flynn is actually connected with, okay? This is Robert Patrick Lewis. He's the same guy running 1AP who was caught in a prostitution sting in Dallas. Look up the records. It's open source.
I'm sure this
is who Flynn runs while proclaiming to care about trafficking victims.
No, not the guy that's got like a Manhattan Madam and her black book and associations with all of these mafia people like Roger Stone. That's can't be connected.
So thank you for clearing that up.
We're the bad people, Jeff.
Yeah. There it is. We've been able to meet and ensure the safety of a lot of amazing people during my time as First Praetorian, but the personal security detail by General Flynn. Wow. Many attended the God and Country events that were asking for a lot of questions of costs and issues with refunds. Here you can see who was providing security. According to
also one of the things that happened with these things, they had the event that they did down there in Las Vegas or whatever with QAnon John, and then what happens? The event denied them able to have, and then General Flynn gives them lawyers, and they go sue for millions of dollars the venue.
Yep. TP reports that the same entity would also be providing security for their Las Vegas event.
Security.
Yeah.
Well, Michael Flynn Jr. told me he was doing security for the loser up there in New Jersey too.
Yeah, yeah.
That was security, Jeff. It wasn't because so that he would endorse him. It was so he could do security.
Yep. So this is Robert Patrick Lewis out of this. He was arrested. This is his number 16-001100 on 2018 or 2016. I can't tell. 2016 at about 11:30 p.m. The ad and arresting officer B. Maz 1674 photos depicted young-looking girl. The wording of the ad also alluded to the fact that she was a young, using phrases such as petite, tight, fresh, and new. Arresting officer BMA was listed as a 20-year-old. The site will not allow a younger age to be listed. Arrested Lewis contacted arrestee Lewis. He was arrested.
We're not making this stuff up.
So that's the one AP that Flynn is tied to. Which is worse, the one that shot people or the one that is a pedophile?
Well, they look very similar to me.
They do, kind of, don't they?
They really do. I don't really know that there could possibly be a difference because
this is the guy right here. This is what he looks like.
Yeah.
That's
And it's
Robert
just interesting because now you've got people like QAnon John, and every single one of them are activated against Donald Trump, saying that Donald Trump is controlled by Israel. Meanwhile, General Flynn is out there acting like what Israel is doing to Iran is wrong. And Tucker Carlson is out there acting like what Israel is doing to Iran. And Mark Levin is out there acting like what Russia is doing to Ukraine is wrong. And every single one of them are saying that what Donald Trump is doing is wrong. And let me tell you something, every single one of them are wrong because they're liars. They all have their hands in some cookie jar somewhere, and they are getting them ungreased currently. They are not getting the funding that they normally get. It's starting to dry up in every single circle, including this guy who's advocating for Medicaid for illegal immigrants that Donald Trump just basically came out yesterday. And oh my God, the post that he made yesterday about I don't think we're going to be backing down on our mission to get rid of these people.
Yeah. And I want you to, I want to just go through this too, because I'm in a group and I'm going to leave the group nameless for now, but I'm in a group here. This guy, Pepe Deluxe, we actually know this guy, Shitty Group, don't we?
Con man.
Yeah. Fired by Trump, not an admin. He goes, why'd you let the Kansas City F in here to ruin a good atmosphere? I go, you just made my point. Okay. This is the ad hominem. Like, this is like, instead of facts, he was fired by Trump and he is not in the admin. Look, these are two facts right here. Okay. This is how the network acts in DMs, group DMs. 250 people are in here trying to control the narrative. He's a clown and can't realize that Flynn was fired by President Trump and not in the Trump administration V2. Infiltration, not invention. Invasion. This is a Trump movement, Shady, not a Flynn movement, okay?
Not according to them.
And so this is on October 19th. President Trump made a statement about war by other means, okay, guys? He wants you to read this book. General Keith Kellogg is a true patriot, okay? I mean, this is it here. Also, was he attacking me and mocking me, Shady? So those that attack you, those that mock you, those who call you, those who control you, those who label you, do they represent you or do they represent themselves in some form? Mental enslavement.
They're treating us like we are anti-Trump. You understand that, right, guys? They have no ability, they have no recourse whatsoever to act like this. That we did not do anything to anybody other than tell the truth about General Flynn. We are not. Brian Cates was screaming that I was going to turn on Flynn. Meanwhile, Ann Vandersteel's turning, or I was going to turn on Trump. Meanwhile, Ann Vandersteel's doing it. Every person in there, the alpha warriors out there saying, talking crap about all these people, and then reposting the network that are doing exactly what it is he's acting like he's concerned about. They are trying to split the difference, get people on both sides of it to block MG Show out of the conversation because we bring something to the conversation that obliterates both sides of their little ping pong table. We show people what the room is. They're just trying to show people what's on the table.
So let me tell you why they call us Kansas City FA blah, 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 T's, okay? So this is my theory, but the author of this article was from Kansas City. And is this why they call me that? And this is the CIA Five Eyes plot to frame Donald Trump. Keystone was a keystone in the... And by the way, the date of this article, September 8th, 2018, coincides with Keystone, Shady.
It also coincides with about about a week and a half after we did our first broadcast about Paysur.
Mm-hmm.
That's whenever this article came out.
So that's why they're not just really mad about me asking General Flynn a question about the Praetorian Guard and Walds and that guy. They're mad about everything else. And I'm sorry. I just researched and I asked questions. I never said that this was you. I never said, I just reported on that article. I reported on things that I saw that General Flynn did that I, as a Republican, would not appreciate. Okay? And then I saw, there's a post, Flynn's background, Trump admin V2. No, that's a Q proof. He is not. It was a question mark by by Trump. Flynn in Trump administration V.2? The answer is no. So now you know why. He's the striker. Okay? Pretty interesting, Shady.
Well, it's interesting whenever you pay attention to currently what he's posting and the way that he's posting and the way that they're surreptitiously operating against Donald Trump and what it is that we know to be factual. What we saw with Q is that the way this was going to move forward was going to be very methodical. Think brain surgery. These people are trying to obliterate the patient. Okay. So we're protecting the patient with a nice golden dome. And then we're working on taking out all of the dysfunctional programming that's clogged up in its brain. The brain being the way global finance actually works. Okay, it's manipulated and it's controlled by a certain few who lord over you and feed off of you. What if we remove the feeding tube and you no longer fed the beast and you no longer fed the system? Then what would happen to the system? It would start to crumble in front of you and start to panic at the same time as the edges were falling away from it.
Mirard.
I've got the memo that I've been saying Mirard badly. I'm not supposed to use the second R. Mirard. It's not marauding, no matter how great that sounds. It's marauding. Jeff, say it to me.
It's not marauding.
How do you say it?
Marauding.
Marauding.
Maraud.
Rod.
Maraud.
Oh, Rod.
President Trump. Let's get into what this movement is really about, and it's President Donald J. Trump. Okay. So President Trump participates in a bilateral meeting with the Prime Minister of Canada. He spoke for about 7 minutes, and we're gonna watch it, Shady.
I want to watch it.
I want to watch it. Let's watch it.
Okay. No marauding.
Mr. President,
Rod.
welcome to Canada. It's a great honor. Happy birthday. A few days short. A little bit. A few days short, but didn't have a chance to see you on the day. Happy birthday to the U.S. military as well, 250th, and this is the 50th birthday, if you will, of the G7. This marks the 50th birthday of the G7, and the G7 is nothing without U.S. leadership, and your personal leadership of the United States, many issues. Geopolitics, economic, technology, and working hand in hand with the United States, Canada and the United States, and the other G7 partners with your leadership. Very much looking forward to the meeting and grateful to have you.
Thank you very much, Mark. I appreciate it, and we've developed a very good relationship, and we're going to be talking about trade and many other things. And we have a whole group of people, some traders and some other people. I see my top economy people. But we have a very talented group of people, and you do too, and I know they work together very well. I look forward to that. The G7 used to be the G8. Barack Obama and a person named Trudeau didn't want to have Russia in, and I would say that was a mistake, because I think you wouldn't have a war right now if you had Russia in, and you wouldn't have a war right now if Trump were president 4 years ago, but it didn't work out that way. But it used to be the G8. And now it's, I guess, what's that, 8 years ago, it switched over. They threw Russia out, which I claimed was a very big mistake. Even though I wasn't in politics then, I was very loud about it. It was a mistake in that you spend so much time talking about Russia, and he's no longer at the table. So it makes life more complicated. But you wouldn't have had the war. Other than that, I think we're going to accomplish a lot. And I expect to. And I think our primary focus will be trade and trade with Canada, and I'm sure we can work something out.
Yeah, very good.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so much. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, what is holding up a deal with Canada from your perspective?
It's not so much holding up. I think we have different concepts. I have a tariff concept, and Mark has a different concept, which is something that some people like. But we're going to see if we can get to the bottom of it today. I'm a tariff person. I've always been a tariff. It's simple.
Me too.
It's easy. It's precise. And
As reported on the MG show for the last, 7 years, Shady Grove?
It's like, don't
Q
you
Lounge
all
Live
wanna
first?
Don't you all want to be a tariff person?
Press 47 if you guys want to be a tariff person.
And it just goes very quickly. And I think Mark has a more complex idea, but also very good. So we're going to look at both, and we're going to see what we're going to come out with something. Hopefully,
Do you think a deal is achievable within days, within weeks? Is there that kind of runway?
yeah, it's achievable. Both parties have to agree. Yeah, sure.
Mr. President, on Israel and Iran, have you heard any signals or seen any messages from intermediaries that Iran wishes to de-escalate the conflict?
Yeah.
What have you heard? What have you heard from the Iranians?
They'd like to talk, but they should have done that before. I had 60 days, and they had 60 days, and on the 61st day, I said, we don't have a deal. They have to make a deal, and it's painful for both parties, but I'd say Iran is not winning this war, and they should talk, and they should talk immediately before it's too late.
And what would you say, in your opinion, what would it take for the U.S. to get involved in this conflict militarily?
I don't want to talk about that.
And you mentioned Putin. Do you think that he should have a seat at the G7 today, that it should be the G8?
I'm not saying he should at this point, because too much water's gone over the dam, maybe. But it was a big mistake. Obama didn't want him, and the head of your country, the proud head of your country, didn't want him. This was a big mistake. You wouldn't have that war. You know, you have your enemy at the table. Even I don't even consider him. He wasn't really an enemy at that time. There was no concept. If I were president, this war would have never happened. But likewise, if he were a member of what was called the G8 at that time, it was always the G8, you wouldn't have a war right now.
Why not? What intelligence support are you providing Israel?
We've always supported Israel. We have for a long period of time, strongly. And Israel's doing very well right now.
Why not have China at the G8? Why not have China here, the biggest economy in the world after the United States?
Well, it's not a bad idea. I don't mind that. If somebody wants to suggest China coming in, I think we suggest. But you want to have people that you can talk to. You know, they don't talk. Putin speaks to me. He doesn't speak to anybody else. He doesn't want to talk because he was very insulted when he got thrown out of the G8. As I would be, as you would be, as anybody would be. He was very insulted. And, I mean, he was thrown out by Trudeau, who convinced one or two people, along with Obama. He was thrown out, and he's not a happy person about it, I can tell you that. He basically doesn't even speak to the people that throw him out, and I agree with him. Go ahead.
On immigration, why are you ordering ICE to target Democratic inner cities? What's behind that?
I don't know what you're saying.
You did a post last night where you said you want ICE to really target Democrats.
Yeah, I want them to focus on the cities, because the cities are where you really have what's called sanctuary cities, and that's where the people are. I look at New York, I look at Chicago. I mean, you got a really bad governor in Chicago and a bad mayor, but the governor's probably the worst in the country, Pritzker. But I look at how that city has been overrun by criminals, and New York and LA, look at LA. LA, those people weren't from LA, they weren't from California, most of those people, many of those people, and that's the focus. Biden allowed 21 million people to come into our country. Of that, vast numbers of those people were murderers, killers, people from gangs, people from jails. They emptied their jails out into the U.S. Most of those people are in the cities, all blue cities, all blue cities, all Democrat-run cities. And they think they're going to use them to vote. It's not going to happen.
Thank you. If you don't mind, I'm going to exercise my role, if you will, as G7 chair, since we have a few more minutes with the president and his team, and then we actually have to start the meeting to address some of these big issues. So, alors merci beaucoup pour vos questions. Thank you. That's it. Thank you very much.
Merci beaucoup. And you actually have a king, Canada. Isn't that interesting? Shady, what do you think of that? That was pretty interesting.
I think there was a number of things that are interesting right there. Number one, who was the man in control? The man in control was Donald Trump. He was standing there with his arms beside him. Who was chained up? That would be the Prime Minister of Canada, standing there with his hands tied behind him. And then he wants to interfere with the press, and he doesn't really want the press asking so many forward-leaning questions because it undermines his ability to negotiate for Canada, which Donald Trump is 100% happy with happening in real time. I think that this is amazing, Jeff, because it's forcing the media out of their little diatribes. The media has been so locked into these woke ideological diatribes, and now all this stuff happening in Iran and Israel is causing them to come to a different conversation, which is the conversation we want to have, which is what's the real problem, and how can we implement some real world solutions to stop them from being problems? Because you know as good as I do that the clowns don't need solutions. They need perpetual problems. Solutions to clown problems aren't really welcome.
Yeah, they create global problems to have. That's what the global government is for. I mean,
Correct.
we get it. All right, you know what could solve some problems right about now, Shady
Coffee?
Groove? Yeah. Yeah, I need a cup of cafefe. Still haven't tried a 1775 coffee? Now's your shot. The 1775 starter kit just dropped, only 1,000 units. You're getting the bold, dark roast, guys, that hits harder than a CNN fact check. The smooth medium roast and the Vitality mushroom coffee for a clean energy and laser focus. No crash, guys. All single origin, small batch, toxin-free, mold-free. Plus, you're also getting a gold spoon clip. Because freedom isn't scooped with plastic, guys. That's why it's gold. A frother strong enough to stir your coffee and your mother-in-law's political opinions. And a black 1775 tumbler that says, I don't take life advice from a woke sea witch. I love that one, too. That's $170 worth of coffee and gear. Yours for just $99. And this is for the ones that have been watching 1775 coffee blow up on Rumble, wondering if it's actually worth it. Spoiler alert. I'll do my best Biden impression. It is. Go to 1775coffee.com/studio and grab your starter kit before they're gone. Bold beans, clean fuel, and a morning routine that stands for something just like Rumble and the MG Show does. Start your day with coffee that actually backs what you believe in, guys. I mean, it's simple.
Wow. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much, not only for supporting Rumble, not only for supporting the advertisers and the sponsors here, but also for supporting the MG Show specifically for the Rumble Premium project that we're currently doing. What the MG Show is doing is we are digging in deeper on all of this stuff that's connected to what we were showing you earlier in the day. Jeff was showing you the attacks that are coming on us. Why are these attacks coming directly at us? Are you seeing them call anybody else? There's a lot of people out there calling General Flynn out, but they're doing a very ineffective job of it. They're not catching any heat. They're not catching any fire. Nobody's really paying attention to what they're saying. But you guys here, they absolutely, they are so jealous that we have this audience here with all of you. And so what we've decided to do with our Rumble Premium content that we're doing 5 hours a month is on Fridays, we are digging deeper into the bloodline control of America and the PACER connection to that, the PACER name that has been tried, that they've attempted to eradicate from your vernacular to pretend like it doesn't exist. It is not just the name PACER, by the way. There's about 30 of them that circumnavigate that name, not to mention all of the other names out there that aren't necessarily PACER, like Bush and Biden and Romney and Pelosi. They don't sound like PACER, but they actually are the PACER bloodline. And so this has been a pretty...
Bush.
Yeah, that's right. This has been a pretty eye-opening thing. So thank you to all the people that have signed up for Rumble Premium. And as a matter of fact, last Friday, if you missed it, we went through a bunch of the Iran posts. And Jeff, wasn't it interesting how the post that we were reading about Iran last Friday connected to a lot of the stuff that we've been reading about the PACER bloodline, because it's an architecture. We say globalism, and they think that whenever I say globalists, people want to misunderstand me and try to say that I'm saying Jewish people. I am not saying Jewish people when I say globalists. The globalists are not Jewish. The globalists are Satanists, okay? They believe in something completely different than you. And as a matter of fact, it's kind of opposite of the things that you believe in.
Yeah, and they act openly, to the public that they're Christian, that they're Muslim, that they're Jewish, that they're insert any other religion, guys. They are Satanists.
Correct.
Period.
And nobody else really calls that out, Jeff. Everybody else takes them for their word. They say, "Oh, you're a Muslim brother. Oh, you're a Jewish. Oh, you're the..." No, They're not. Matter of fact, they're infiltrating all of your Christian churches here in America. You wouldn't believe how many people the, quote, Flynn network has under their control in these churches. And then all of a sudden, the people that are preaching on Sunday start to bring a different message, a more refined message, a softer tone, a more one world government type message, as opposed to a distinction between who are the good guys and who are the bad guys. When you're going to church on Sunday, you need to be learning about who the bad guys are so that you can learn how to avoid them. But they don't do that a lot anymore. What they do is they say, oh, go along to get along. Kumbaya. That's not exactly what real Christian church is about. That's what Catholicism Christian church is about.
That's what say yes. All right, so President Trump attends the official G7 welcome. Let's check it out.
I want to go.
The Right Honorable Mark Carney, Prime Minister of Canada, and Mrs. Diana Fox Carney. Le très honorable Mark Carney, Premier ministre du Canada, et Madame Diana Fox Carney.
Much theater, Jeff. Are they in Bohemian Grove?
Her Excellency Ursula von der Leyen, President of the European Commission.
They're at Le Bohemian Grove.
And Professor Dr. Heiko von der Leyen. Son Excellence, Madame Ursula von der Leyen, Présidente de la Commission européenne, et Professeur Dr. Heiko von der Leyen.
Like when Biden goes to the mic and just hears the report. That is not a road
Sounds like somebody's peeing. Is Biden there? Depends.
His Excellency Antonio Costa, President of the European Council. Son Excellence Monsieur Antonio Costa, Président du Conseil européen.
I will, exactly. I bet you know what she might do. She may come. I think it's
His Excellency Friedrich Merz, Chancellor of the Federal Republic of Germany, and Mrs. Charlotte Merz. Son Excellence Monsieur Friedrich Merz, Chancelier de la République fédérale d'Allemagne, et Madame Charlotte Merz.
You don't see anybody protesting these things, they just don't, it's specific.
enjoying our football talk. My wife.
His Excellency Shigeru Ishida, Prime Minister of Japan, and Mrs. Yoshiko Ishida. Son Excellence Monsieur Shigeru Ishida, Premier ministre du Japon, et Madame Yoshiko Ishida.
Why does it look like she's gonna fall over? Can't she like stand straight next to her?
The Right Honorable Sir Keir Starmer, Prime Minister of the United
Oh, Keir Starmer, Shady Groove.
Oh!
Le très honorable Sir Keir Starmer.
One leg's longer than the other. That's why, Jeff.
de Grande-Bretagne et d'Irlande du Nord.
You're going to get tired of being creative about It is a good spot. Yes, much better. Yeah. So it's going to be all right.
Her name is Eileen.
Come on, Eileen!
Oh God. She leans left, she can't help it.
President of the Council of Ministers of the Italian Republic.
Nice one, growing lettuce.
Madame Giorgia Meloni, Présidente du Conseil des ministres de la République italienne.
Here we go, Italy.
Honorable Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America. L'honorable Donald J. Trump, Président des États-Unis d'Amérique.
Strongest man alive. Cannot love that man enough. God bless you, sir.
This is a big. I got to introduce my wife Diana. You go over there. I'll put you in the middle. Okay, good. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. There you go. Put the gel up there.
He's talking about rain. He just said we had the parade the other day. They were calling for 100% chance of rain. Did you hear that?
Yep.
Didn't rain. He trolls even when taking pictures, Shady Grove.
Are you considering sending sponsor buses to Israel?
All right, so I just really wanted to see some of them and Trump, but there's another one here, Shady Grove. Let's watch this.
I think you wanted to see the Kings. That's what you wanted to see.
Yeah. This is President Trump participating in session 1, Shady Grove. Let's check it out.
In my home province, welcome to Kananaskis and the 2025 G7 Leaders Summit.
Why do they call it Canada-Askis?
I'm not sure. I was getting ready to say, where the hell are they?
Well, they're at Canada-Askis, K-A-N-A-S-K-I-S, Kananaskis. Yeah.
I'm pleased all leaders are here, honored by your presence. In my home province, Alberta, in the heart of the Canadian Rockies, I'd note that we're also meeting on Treaty 7 territory. These are the traditional lands of the Blackfoot Confederacy, the Stoney Nakoda Nations, and the Tsuut'ina
happen to be reading about the Indians.
And we're gathering at one of those turning points in history.
So, Shady, are we talking about the Indians and what happened to them on Fridays in Rumble Premium? Oh.
Yes, and what the globalists did to them and blamed the American people, and so now they virtue signal about it and say that, you killed the Indians, so you don't deserve to be a country.
Interesting.
I think we all recognize that turning point where the world looks to this table for leadership. 50 years ago in France, a group of leading industrial nations got together in the face of global economic and financial crisis. The end of the international monetary system is known. Stagflation threatening, challenges in the Middle East, geopolitical challenges in the Middle East. And it was the frank, informal discussions around that table in Rambouillet that led to a long period of decisions and prosperity at that time. Alors, nous avons la chance.
We are fortunate enough to have here President Macron as the oldest member representing that state. 7 gathered to integrate those countries that had been behind the Iron Curtain of communism and to accelerate the flow of capital and trade to the developing world. 23 years ago, the G7 met here in Kananaskis. We were just talking about it. And that was
Kananaskis?
When the world was still reeling from the aftershocks of 9/11, another turning point in history. And amongst the many decisions taken were control of the spread of weapons of mass destruction, a subject that we'll be coming back to. So as I said, we're meeting at one of those hinge moments, those turning points in history. The world's more divided and dangerous. Hostile states and terrorists have expanded their capabilities and their reach, threatening global security in our local communities. Global commerce, energy systems, even intelligence are all being rewired.
As G7 member states, we have the opportunity to shape tomorrow's world. A world that is more safe, more prosperous, more fair, and more free. However, the G7 must adapt in order to fulfill its mission.
A strategy. We have to change with the times and to build a better world. And some of you, such as you, Mr. President, have anticipated these massive changes and are taking bold measures to address them. All of us around this table are reinforcing our militaries and security services for the new world. But we all know that there can be no security without economic prosperity, and no prosperity without resilience. And in a world where shocks flow across the borders, that resilience comes from cooperation. Cooperation that starts around this table. Cooperation that can lead to a new era of prosperity. energy security and critical minerals, artificial intelligence, quantum, combating human smuggling, and transnational repression. So we will have open, frank discussions over the course of the next 2 days. We might not agree on absolutely every issue, but where we will cooperate, we will make an enormous difference for our citizens and for the world, and bring the next era of prosperity, I hope, to the benefit of those we serve. Avec tout cela,
With that being said, I would like to thank the media very much indeed.
some work to do, which will begin in a moment. Thank you very much.
So basically, GTFO. So they kicked the media out, Shady Grove, and they're going to continue their conversations. And I'll tell you what, if you look at the way that the people are
Hostile states
sitting,
and to change without resilience.
Let me just grab a full picture. It's very interesting the way the people are seated around the table, isn't it, Shady? Did you notice that?
Yeah, I was kind of like paying attention to that a little bit. Yeah. And who's
Yeah, you've got. Let me just see where they had a full thing. Here it is, right here.
we don't see it yet.
I know it's because I'm getting it.
I know, but
will you give me a second?
Whenever you get there, I'd like for you to show it to us.
This is a counseling issue right now, buddy.
Yeah, well, it's not my fault that you're running behind. I mean, I'm trying to get you back on schedule.
All right, so here is the head of the table, and then you've got Trump and Macron flanking the head of the table, which is very interesting. Starmer, then you've got just general, and then Italy, which is interesting. So these are your on this half of the table. These are the ones that. And then, Japan, who's on our side as well. Is this India, I guess, Shady Grove, Germany? Very interesting, the lay of this table, isn't it?
It's not Knights of the Round Table.
No, sure isn't.
No, I mean, it's a negotiation. What is happening right now is the negotiation, the reformatting of the world order. Their new world order meant America last.
Yeah.
Our new world order means America first. They're now getting the memo and understanding what that's got real world implications, and that we weren't joking.
Shady Groove, we've got breaking news here. This is very interesting. Oh my God.
The phone?
No.
What you got?
This has nothing. This is breaking news, so it means you haven't heard it yet because I just saw it. Okay. A maniac barges into a New York courthouse and slashes officers in the neck, face, and chaotic scene.
Wow.
What the heck? A maniac barged into Lower Manhattan court, slashed 2 officers in the neck and face in a shocking and apparently targeted attack Monday morning. Jonathan Wool, 37 of Queens, ran into the lobby of the criminal court at 100 Center Street around 9:30. There you go, Poussin. And suddenly ambushed officers with a knife. He cut one of the officers twice in the face, sliced the other in the neck, before shoving a third into a barrier in the main lobby where the building, according to sources of, in the building of the lower court of
How the hell was he able to get that close with that weapon?
Look at that.
How was he able to get
Doesn't
that
he
close?
look familiar, that guy?
I don't know. I can't see yet.
All right.
Okay.
There he is there.
How did he get close enough like that? You said in the room. I'm sorry, but did you say in the courtroom?
Yeah.
Or
Not
outside?
room. Well, I just let me just read it
I'm
again.
sorry, I may have misunderstood.
My God, co-host.
Dear Lord, have mercy, keep me on board.
He busted into the courthouse.
Okay. Well, that courtroom, courthouse, it sounded the same. So yeah, I would imagine that's at the security area.
So here he is here.
There we go. Oh God.
Wow, and there he is, busting into the courthouse. Oh my God, here we go. So he goes through.
Freaking lunatics! Look at that. He charged him. And then he goes after the other guy.
Look at that!
Oh my God! Who's got a firearm? Shoot this dude in the face! What are you doing? Oh my God! Oh my God! That is not the way you take down a dude with a knife.
Wow!
Lord.
Wow!
Yeah. Do these police officers not have a firearm? Look at them, dude. I don't see.
They all got firearms, Shady.
Why don't they shoot him?
Because they're liberal pew-pews.
Oh. Yeah. I come from a different era, guys.
Yeah.
I saw somebody write an article. I saw
somebody around and find out, bro.
I saw somebody there's a New York Times or some article the other day. It's like, oh, should it be legal for you to shoot people that break into your house? I'm like, what the hell kind of question is that?
It is.
Should it be legal? No, it is very legal for you to shoot anybody that breaks into your house. Don't just shoot them once.
Yeah. And don't shoot him in the back. That's just your only key.
Well, yeah, it doesn't matter where you
Well, if
shoot.
he's in your house, but if you're in your car in Florida and they come at you and your life is in danger, you can open fire. Just
Correct.
don't shoot him in the back.
Correct. Because then their lawyer will act like you shot him running away from you.
Exactly. Because the gun is supposed to be a deterrent. Pew pew.
Yeah. We're going to deter. We're going to deter one. We're going to give you one opportunity to be deterred.
Yeah.
That's what it used to be.
Wow.
One warning shot was all you had to fire.
So let's listen to BB says, I understand America first. I don't understand America dead. Check this out.
It's Tel Aviv. Tomorrow it's New York. I understand America first. I don't understand America dead. That's what these people want. They chant death to America. So we're doing something that is in the service of mankind, of humanity, and it's a battle of good against evil. America should and does stand with the good. That's what President Trump is doing, and I deeply appreciate his support.
He did
John
support
Carlo
you.
joins me now. So, John, what else did he say about President Trump and how he wants the U.S. to play a role here, or did he?
Well, look, he praised President Trump over and over again in this interview. He knows that he needs the United States support, at least in terms of doing what the U.S. is doing now, which is helping Israel defend itself from those
what Trump said. Trump said U.S. wasn't helping.
So it was all
Wow, guys.
That's a lie. Look at what they've got to do. They've got to make it look like they've got to paint the picture on the world stage that Donald Trump is doing this with Israel. Donald Trump says Israel is doing this on their own. He has no part of it. He told Iran, you bomb our bases and it's going to be lights out. We're not part of this. That's what Trump has said. So no matter what anybody else tells you, will you please refrain from listening to them for 10 seconds and listen to what the President of the United States tells you and take him at his word?
Yeah. And Israeli missile strikes are hitting Iran TV during live broadcast, Shady. Check this out. Oh, my God.
Wow, that dramatic video.
Shady, did you see that? That's what happened to us this morning.
I was going to say, it's kind of like a symbolic of like, go ahead and come it up.
Oh, my God. I can't laugh at that enough.
My empathy is gone for these people. You know, these people that get out there and they scream and yell. Like, okay, let me explain. The regime in Iran that has been controlling Iran for over 100 years hasn't lifted one finger for the people of Iran. None of these people. This was a free country. There was not every woman running around with face masks on and burqas on in Iran in the early 1970s and the late 1960s. They were a modern society. They have enslaved them effectively. It's basically like an ISIS takeover that has occurred in the country of Iran. And right now, I think that Donald Trump is going to give momentum to the people to actually stand up against this, and they're taking out infrastructure that's going to prevent them from being able to stop it.
Yeah. Wow. By the way, a Project Runway star, which is like this transgender, fashion kind of show, was killed at a No Kings rally, Shady. That's interesting.
That is a little bit weird.
Wow. Iran state TV is seen burning. Let's see. Here we go. Check this out. This is a Project Runway star killed at anti-Trump No Kings rally in Utah. Wow. Wow. That's the shooting, Shady. There was a shooting in Utah. I reported on that. There was a shooting, and apparently this is the gentleman that was shot.
Oh, yeah, I saw something. I didn't dig into that. I didn't know exactly what all was happening.
That's because you were taking a day off, Shady Grove.
No, that's not why. It's not
That
why
is
at
why.
all.
It's
No,
why.
No, it's because you didn't share it with me.
What? I share everything on my Twitter.
No, you didn't. You kept it from me, and you didn't say, "Oh, well, look at this." And I said, "No," because I didn't see it.
Well, you weren't even responding to me sending you stuff, so I thought you were
I
done.
responded to you just fine.
No, I'll show you. I got the sauce.
No, you don't really have any sauce.
I got all the sauce.
What are you doing here? It's 5 after 11.
Sauce. Oh my God.
Where the hell are we? We are overtime.
Wow. And there's more Q proofs. A strings cut on Adam Schiff. He admitted that he no longer gets Intel briefings. That is a Q proof as well. And oh my God, guys, I just don't know where to even begin and start and end.
No, you don't know where to end.
We're start.
Well, you already started. Like the starting has already happened, man. You did that like 2 hours ago. You started. Really good, nice and strong. As a matter of fact, you started like a
I came in like a wrecking ball.
You started like a seasoned professional. Why can't you just be quiet for 3 seconds? Let me compliment you.
I can't.
I'm taking it back.
I just can't do it, Shady Groove. I can't do it. I love you too. Effectual Insurrection. He says that he sends Jeff and Shady a lot. Yeah, you send all the stuff that I've already posted.
Yeah, you said. Yeah.
We love you. Thank you. Don't stop sending us stuff because we do need it. But please check my Twitter account as well. I love you guys. Love you.
It's called Twitter.
It's called X. Ha ha!
Yeah, that's a lot better than the word you just used.
What did I say?
I'm not repeating it, but nice try.
All right. Well, we are out of here, and we are always wrong until we're right. Blues, Shady Grove. Ready?
I love this one. Yes, I'm ready to be on our way to Tuesday, sir.
All right, then. Bye-bye now. We love you guys.
Bye-bye to you, too.
Why is it coming in like this? Anyways, this is it.
Bring it home.
We're always wrong until we're right, Shady Grove.
Always wrong.
Why is it coming in like this? This is weird. Hang on. Let me get the...
I don't think you got the right song. You keyed it up wrong.
No, I got the right song, Shady. I just have the right video file. Waves, Suno video. Okay, video.
Oh, we got the gong.
The
gong.
I got your
Eddie,
gong.
that was like 8 minutes ago.
Woke up this morning, clouds hang.
Wait a second. Shady. Oh my gosh. Hey, guys, real quick. Let's just do this because it's very important to this show. It's Rumble Premium, guys. Rumble Premium this is the sponsor. It's incredibly important to the survival of the company. When Rumble first started in 2013, they built this platform for the small creator. They didn't censor or have biases. They were fair and treated all creators equally. No one thought that platforms like Facebook would censor us, but they did. They admitted and fell to the pressure of the Biden and Harris administration. Rumble did not. They held the line. They're attacked daily for giving us a voice to talk to you. They are attacked in the corporate media, attacks with government like France, and they're attacked from brand advertisers who refuse to work with them. Corporate America is fighting to remove your free speech. Rumble is fighting to keep it. Rumble won't survive with brand advertisers. They don't get much of it. Watching the MG show right here on Rumble is the most they can ask from you. But if you already believe in this fight, if you really believe in this fight, and you have the means, one major way you can help Rumble is to become a Rumble Premium user. Join the community that believes in the First Amendment. Join the community that believes in our human rights and our right to free speech. Rumble is offering $10 off with promo code STUDIO when you purchase an annual subscription. Go to rumble.com/premium and get your premium today and use that promo code STUDIO. Like I said, if you have the means and believe in this cause, guys, now's the time to join Rumble Premium. If you don't have the means, we're just happy that you watch us right here on Rumble. God bless you all.
In tight, stumbling through the dark till I find the light. MG music humming low and tight. I'm always wrong till I'm right. I got the always wrong till I'm right blues. Hear my plea. Mistakes keep piling, weighing down on me. MG music plays through the fight. I'm always wrong till I'm right. Folks point and laugh, say I'm a fool, tripping on my words, breaking every rule. MG music brills, cuts the cruel night. I'm always wrong till I'm right. I got the always wrong till
plea. Mistakes keep piling, weighing down on me. MG music plays through the fight. I'm always wrong till I'm right. Preacher Ben, son, you're lost in sin. I said, Reverend, I'll lose till I win. MG music roars, my soul takes flight. I'm always wrong till I'm right. Preacher man said, son, you're lost in sin. I said, Reverend, I'll lose till I win. MG music roars, my soul takes flight. I'm always wrong till I'm right. So pour me some whiskey, let the night unfold. MG music hums a story untold. I'll crawl through the blues till the dawn's in sight. I'm always wrong till I'm right.
Oh, yeah. Wow, the track record of this show is amazing. God bless you all. www.mg.show. Boom.